Hey, what is up everybody? In today's video, I got myself here a copy of Mario Party The Top 100 for the Nintendo 3DS. So when it comes to Mario Party, the general consensus amongst longtime fans is that the GameCube era, um, GameCube and early Wii era, as well as, actually no, pretty much every game up until Mario Party 8 is considered good, but then everything after that has been either bad or mediocre, depending on who you ask. And unfortunately, that also extends to the handheld games as well, specifically the 3DS entries. None of the 3DS games have gotten the most uh, positive reviews. They were often very very average or mixed, or but never really like amazing, like 9 or 10 out of 10 game, 10 out of 10. And sadly, this game did not change that. It just continued that trend. Um, you could argue that it sort of ended things on a sour note for the franchise on 3DS, as this was like the third game. The first one was actually Mario Party Island Tour, and the one after that was actually no. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry. Yeah, after a quick Google search, this game came out a year after the previous Mario Party game, Mario Party Star Rush, which came in 2016. That one did not do particularly well. And 3 years before that was Island Tour, and this came out in like fall of 2017. Um, Nintendo Switch had just been released, and it was a massive success. And I think a lot of people's general sentiment was, if you're going to make the top 100 minigame collection, why not make it for Switch instead? And the answer is, well, they just wanted to fill in the 3DS's release schedule, as they weren't sure that the Nintendo Switch was actually going to be a success, and they basically uh, made a backup plan, and that backup plan was releasing all these, um, I don't want to say filler, but all these, I guess, oddities on 3DS, and this was one of them. So, as the name suggests, you got 100 of the so-called top mini games from Mario Party's from the from the franchise, from the entire history of Mario Party. Um, of course, the top 100 is of course very subjective. You know what one person considers really a really good mini game, others consider one of the worst. So yeah, not exactly the best title, I should say. Um, but nevertheless, I got it in my hand here for just $10. It doesn't come with the case, sadly, but hey, it's a cheap Mario game, and I'll take it. So let's actually whip out my trusty old Nintendo 2DS, which I turned on prior to this video. So yeah, so here we are. Let's actually hope the game starts up. I really wouldn't want to buy a busted copy of this game. The seller has actually had a whole bunch of games as well up for sale, but most of them were already gone. With Mario Party, the top 100, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, and Minecraft for new 3DS being the only ones available. Of course, I already have A Link Between Worlds, so I don't need that. And as for Minecraft, well, if I'm going to get the new 3DS version, might as well pick up a copy that comes with a case. And even then, it's very hard to justify, because the version on new 3DS is it's really just for the novelty. You're not seriously playing it. It's a very outdated version, anyways. So it's really hard for me to even justify that. But yeah, enough of that. Let's actually pop it in. And voila, it actually shows up. Let's see here. All right, let's actually start up the game and see what happens. Now, let's see what the save date. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. File 3 for some reason. Okay, I can probably delete that, which I will do. Is exactly what I'm going to do. Delete data. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, the game boots up. That's good enough for me. So yeah, I don't no need to go any further. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Mario Party the Top 100 in the year 2025. It's been 8 years, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, this game did get a sequel. Well, a successor, I should say, um, in the form of Mario Party Superstars. Okay, I actually forgot to actually, no, I did explain. Yeah, so the idea behind it is that it's just a collection of like the top 100 mini games. No like actual boards themselves. Uh, yeah, you don't actually go on a board. You're just playing the mini games, and that's basically it. But I believe Superstars that came after this actually, um, yeah, the Switch game, sorry, has actual game boards. This one does not. It's just the mini games. I will say one last thing I will say, it is cool seeing all those old mini games with updated visuals on the Nintendo 3DS, especially the N64 ones, since of course the 3DS itself is has shown itself very capable of running updated versions, like visually improved versions of N64 titles, and even some GameCube games too, like Luigi's Mansion. So yeah, that's one good quality of the 3DS. As for the system itself, it's basically about on par with PlayStation Portable. Definitely weaker than say a GameCube, um, but it's shown itself very capable of running like the aforementioned N64 titles such as Ocarina of Time and Star Fox 64, but also Luigi's Mansion on GameCube. The new 3DS specifically ran Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. Like that full fat version of that game was on here. Um, Not the best version to be picking up right now since the Switch version includes a lot of new content. But hey, if you don't like the new art style, that's also an option. Um, really, I can keep going on and on and on, but um, yeah, the 3DS, it's still a really nice system. I mean, who knows? Maybe Nintendo will bring back the dual screen design, but instead of having the traditional two screen design like you see right here, maybe they'll have it like a foldable phone like that we have nowadays, where the screen it's just one big screen that you can just fold in like a clamshell and it closes. But when you fold it out, it's just one big screen. That would be really cool if Nintendo does that for the Switch 3 or whatever new system. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Uh, as always, but as for this video, guys, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Um, Take care.